Hey, Tim from Optimization here. Hope you're doing well. So, this week, this Wednesday, I had an event, and the event was about building websites on Notion live in front of people watching. And the reason I decided that is a good idea is because at Optimization, well, first of all, Notion websites are awesome, and it's easy to create, and it's a really good website builder, even though it might seem unintuitive at first. But anyway, we created a bunch of content about this. There's guides, there's videos, there's other stuff, and so I thought it would be pretty cool to actually host an event where I'd build a website in front of others completely from scratch, from nothing, zero. And so I tallied the votes on people signing up to the event, and the most popular one was a personal page / portfolio. And so I thought, hey, I don't really have a good one out there. Well, I've removed it a while ago. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to recreate mine completely new from scratch. Let's do it in front of people. That was such an epic failure. It's one of the more embarrassing moments in recent memory for me, because after a short presentation, which went fine, and this is, by the way, there was two sessions, session 1 and session 2. So session 1, everything was fine on the presentation, and then I opened a Notion page in front of me, and a blank Notion page just stared at me, and I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing. And so my mind it couldn't come up with like website copy and website design at the same time and try to do it, because that's a unique part of Notion, that while you're writing the copy you can essentially design a website with all the blocks and stuff. But I was just like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm so lost. So anyway, I did better on session 2. So I did one session at 10 a.m., then the second one at 10 p.m. So I did way better on the second one, but there were technical difficulties. My stream didn't work, so that kind of sucked. So anyway, point is, I'm thinking with this video, and excuse the lengthy intro, but what we're going to do is rebuild or build that website, personal portfolio on Notion right here, right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me get rid of myself. I made the video. Okay, so what I have here, as you can see, is Notion open in a desktop app on the Mac, on a Mac, and I've already written out the copy for the website. And I think this is pretty important for this stream, at the very least, is to come up with the copy and the structure of the website, and then figure out how it's designed. So that's essentially, think of it, if you're in the design world, as a wireframe or a mock-up. So we've got here a couple sections. The first section is like introductory, hello there. Then there's a little story section called how I got here. Then there is a story part about products, because the nature of my job at Optimization and as a productivity / operations consultant, I want to show what products I use and what I like. Speaking of likes, I also have just like general likes or not even preferences, but content, so film, video, musical, etc. Then there's a couple of references about me, and then finally a set of links. So this is really simple, but I think it can come out to a pretty nice web page that can illustrate and communicate a few things about me. So first thing that I'm going to do here is change the titles of the sections into headers. So we can do that just by H1ing these things. So I do have an emoji in front of it. There we go. And as you can see here, there's a little shortcut or keystroke visualizer that pops up that you see what I press. Another way to change multiple blocks is to drag them next to each other, select them, and then click that, and H1. That being command /. So anyway, oops. Now I'm gonna drag that back. Okay, so the way I'm gonna take this on is a simplest section first, and then the more the complicated ones, and I already in my mind have what I want to accomplish. So as far as I build with, I already have a database called products in my database backend in the Notion workspace, so I'm just gonna bring it in here. And at the end of the video, we're also gonna be covering hosting, and so I'll sprinkle in some points important about that. But one of them is, once this page loads, is I'm gonna go dark mode, is that with Notion websites you can obviously, and so right now I need to move it to this page, so I'm gonna Command L, grab the link, then move that over, And once it loads, I'll have the okay, there we are. Can close this. So here's my products. Not in pop in, sorry, database. I'm gonna turn it into inline. Okay, gallery view, nice. So there's a lot of views, but we're going to be hosting this website with super.so, which is a third-party service that actually helps you host Notion pages on a custom domain with custom styling and scripts and whatnot. So in this case with Super, only the first view is the one that renders for the visitors. So in my case, I'll keep this as this gallery view. There's a few records, a little more than one than I want, so I'm gonna filter that and add a little bit. So these two filters render how many? Let's call this 20 records. So I just want to highlight the current ones. So what I'm going to do is add a property. So these products, since this is an existing database, it already has all these properties and all that, but I'm just going to click create one and say showcase and showcase checkbox. Okay. And we can move it all the way up. So now I do want to showcase Notion because I use it a lot. A lot of these I don't use right now, so I'm going to just select Pastebot, Showcase, check, Slack, Showcase, check, Superhuman, Text Expander, both of these, Showcase, check, and then Zapier. Yeah, so that's enough. I think that's going to be like 5 or 6. So now that we have checked them, and the way I checked them was actually use the command / to edit the property. So there were 6 products, just fine. So now essentially this section is done. As I said, you don't have to worry about any other views because that's the top one is going to be the one that renders. Right now we're sorting this by name. That's fine. Notion is first, as it should, and it's filtered by 3 different conditions. Okay, so now let's take a look at the word around town. So word around town essentially is just references or testimonials or whatever. So all kinds of ways you can go here about this. I'm thinking I'll add a gallery view. So let's add a gallery view. Well, whenever you add a view, just start with a table because you'll want to populate things first. And then after that transform it into a gallery. So in this case we have the reference name of the so we have a couple things here, data points, let's say, or data types, the actual reference, then the person referencing, and then their position, and then their company. So it really depends on how you want to structure things. In my case, I would want the reference itself as an image, as a formatted image, and then the name would just be the name of the person giving this testimonial. So I'll just say Nick Sharma over here, and then Austin Krause, and then Stephen Kuyan. And you'll notice I also have 2 Twitter links. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them later. But so this is going to be the name of their fur, and then I'm going to add their company, I guess. Yeah, why not? So company. He does not work at Techstars right now. What is this called? Every Mother? Yeah. I think it's called Every Mother. Alright, so we've got that. Then let's go ahead and create these. So I'm going to use a tool called Snack This. Firefox. Snackthis.co. Yes. And it's a pretty nifty tool. I think still in beta. I'm going to turn off Dark Reader. That can create these image captions. So Tim is one of them. Okay. Shift Enter. Let's go and see what we get here. All kinds of fun little, there we are, I like this. Fun image visualizations, so I like this. I'm just gonna adjust this to, I think 1 and 1 would be, or more like this one. And can I copy this image? View image, let's see. So it's not going to be a GIF, which is fine by me. So I'm just going to paste it here. Okay. Gonna create the other ones. Oops, I didn't mean to close it. There we are. I'm all going backwards. And there we are. Oops. What's happening? There we are. So let's create this one. Maybe if we have orange, that would be nice. We do not. So that's fine. Okay, no thank you. I will. Oh no. Oh no, what am I doing? Hold on. Okay. That looks fine. Probably not the best, but it looks fine. Okay. And then let's grab that last one. There's a lot of text here, so I'm going to edit it. I'm gonna just, edit this a little bit. I know this is not the exact words, but we have to make sacrifice here, and I'll make sure that Steve is consulted on this matter before I publish this actively on the internet. Okay, it's still a lot, but let's see, maybe if we can make this work somehow. Okay, this is pretty cool. I like the black. The GIF is nice, by the way, too, but I just don't necessarily want it. Okay, so then we've got these images, then we're going to grab them and drag them into here, into the corresponding record. So, and then, so, there we are. So now we've got all that, and if you open this, you'll see that the image is now in there, and we've got the company. And now, before I turn this into a gallery view, I want to add a couple of things. So I'm going to add the LinkedIn for all these people, and then I'm going to turn this into a URL for the company. So actually, let's keep it simple. No need for LinkedIn. Let's just add this. So I already have some of these pictures because, for example, Nick is a client, so I'll upload an image here. So when it comes to images, and I'm using Alfred to find this, drag it over there, and that's how we add the icon. In the case of Austin Krause, I don't think I have his icon. Oh, I do have his icon. Okay, great. So I can just add the icon, just the same way. Oh, there it is. Okay, nice smile. Okay, so I don't think I do have Steve in Kuyan, or there's a lot of, oh, there it is. What's this? Oh, I do have it. Okay, nice. Never mind. What I would usually do is also copy their name, and using Alfred open LinkedIn, and then that's a search in LinkedIn that's rather faster than just opening LinkedIn, typing in the name and all that, and I'd grab their image. And the reason I downloaded to a folder called people or whatever the type of the image is because sometimes they might change their image or the URL might update and it is not reliable. So let me once again find that image. Okay, cool. So the reason I added it, and okay, before we proceed, let's all... Actually, what I'm going to do is really quickly paste these. Okay. Here. Down, down. And by the way, I just used PasteBot, which is essentially like a sequential pasting tool. Okay. So I think I'm going to update Austin's title. I think he's Chief of Staff at Every Mother. Okay, just want to make sure that the formatting is consistent. Okay, so let's get the links. sharmabrands.com, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I think his website is still... Oops. Let me go ahead and do a little do not disturb here. I think the website is still under construction. Yeah. So anyway, I'll still link it. And then techstars.com I can just type in. And then Every Mother, I think the website is Every Mother. No, it's not. Is it Every Mother? I think so. Oh, Every-Mother. Okay. Remember with Notion, once you have something in your clipboard and you want to hyperlink it, just paste it. You don't have to click Command K. Anyway, Tandon Entrepreneurship. I think they might have, and I could Google with Alfred too. Not sure if they updated their things, but I guess I can just... Oh wait, this is old. This is old. This is old. Well, okay, so Future Labs. I know that he's MD of Future Labs NYC. So I'm just gonna say managing, if I can spell, Future Labs. Okay. Alright, there we are. That's fine. So let's call this references and then add a view. Okay, with those gallery views, that looks nice. Gonna delete the default view, or let's keep the default view but move it over below that and trigger the properties that we've added. Company. Okay, there we are. That's actually a bit of an issue because there's no wrap cells when it comes to gallery views. So I'm just gonna make this bigger, by the way, and not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm just gonna do this. There we are, for simplicity's sake. Okay, and then these tweets, so I'm gonna copy both of them like that and paste them, but now I will embed tweet, there we are. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh no, that's weird behavior. I think that's a bug. Okay, let's see if this can work. I noticed that with some embeds, this is a Notion bug. Sometimes things don't work. Okay, so we can keep this way. We can also try that one. Don't know why that has happened. Okay, we can keep it like this. It's a little bit too bulky though. I think he will, yeah, keep going crazy. Let me see if there's any way to avoid this calamity of a bug. Maybe try with a text field. And then try putting this in over there. I think it will still be going crazy. Yeah. Alright, well, another alternative is to actually open it and just embed it as images. I know that Twitter does have an embed, but we might as well just do this. Okay. Oh no, the little dragging thing is there. Okay, well, we can avoid this by doing that. There we are. Copy that. Copy that. Okay. Huh. All right. Oh no. There we are. I tricked you, Loom. There we are. Okay, now let's post these instead of these embeds because they're buggy. There we are. It's a little bit better. The width is annoying for me, but I guess that's okay. Alright, so we're done with this section. So now let's go ahead and what's the easier one? I said that was going to be easy, but that's actually not that. Well, not easy. It's easy, but it's taking some more time. So let's go to this I really like section and create ourselves a table for these records that I really like. So favorites, and I'm going to keep the tag, and what I'm going to do is just drag these over into the database. Okay, and then I'm going to copy the tag, or once I copy it, I'm actually gonna get rid of it. Okay. Okay. All right. Nice. Copy. You see, I'm using a lot of pastebot throughout my workflows. So now I'm gonna paste it. And we can keep the color. I guess they're okay. All right. So now I'm gonna keep this as a gallery view as well. So I'm going to add pictures and links to all of this. So link, and then let's make this the link. And I'm gonna copy these once again. Oh, something went wrong. So let's try again. History of the world. Okay. So you see the text is copying onto my clipboard. Some of them are working just fine. And now I'm going to look up images for that and links. So Whiplash image and then Letterbox link. That's a good source for movies. And I'm going to keep adding this to my clipboard. So let's grab this image. Is a nice image. So as I said, best practice is to download things, but in this case, for the sake of time, I'll just copy image location. And Whiplash link. There we are. Okay, let's go on to the next one. History of the world, I guess. There we are. Beautiful thumbnail. Copy image location. That's a YouTube video. Hang on. What did I just do? Oh, haha. Well, I'm just gonna grab it here. Okay, we got the link now. What I did wrong was copy it before I could paste it. Hamilton musical. I like this image, except this is not Lin-Manuel Miranda or original cast. This is the original cast, so I like that. Okay, Hamilton. What do we? I think Letterbox is also a good place for Hamilton. Yes. There we are. Okay, back to images. Solve for happy. That's the book. So as far as Notion gallery view, so I'm going to grab the audiobook here. Okay. I keep forgetting to look it up in the right place, but I can, I guess, type it in just as fine instead of pasting what I had in the clipboard. Okay, copied. Alright, I think we're nearing the end of our search queries here. Don't Stop Me Now. Love that song. I guess, why not? Why not have Freddy? Yeah, why not? Before I copy it, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. Okay, there we are. So, copy image location. Let's go to this is not image location, I need the link. Okay. Okie doke. What are we? I think Ichiran Ramen. Yes. Oh, that looks great. So before I do that, I will look up just Ichiran Ramen to get the link. There we are. Now getting this image location. Oh yes. Okay. Moscow Mule. Let's find, I guess, a recipe for Moscow Mule maybe. Yeah, why not? It's a really simple drink. All of these preferences of mine are rather simpleton preferences, but I all like them a lot. Okay. Alright, so what I just did was collect a bunch of links and images. So, so when it comes to cover photos around Notion gallery views, there's essentially three options. Number one is, as you see here, you can put the image in the card as well. And for the website, that means that people will be able to click and open that record and see this image. The number two would be to put it in the gallery, in the cover. So that means they will be able to, if there's no contents on the page, it wouldn't be openable. And then once you have content on the page and open it, it will show up as this full width cover photo. Then the third option, if you don't want the image shown either within the page or as a cover, you can add a property with that cover. And when it comes to super.so, these properties don't actually show up, they don't render, so you don't have to worry for it being there. So in this case, I think I'll add it as a cover photo because why not? Okay, cover, and I'll add a drum, or I'll add the thematic icons in this case. So change cover, paste the link, paste the letterbox link. So in my mind, I remember that my sequence of pasting is the image, then the link. So that's why I remember this. And we're gonna avoid wrap cells here. Doesn't really matter, but anyway, picture of the world, I guess. Add the icon, world. Let's add this type of thing. Change cover, link. Oh, history of the entire world. It's a great video, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Okay. Keep adding this. What's good? I mean, pen is actually pretty good emoji for Hamilton, so why not? Oh, I think what happened here. Oh, oopsie. So I forgot to paste the link here. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and paste it there. Now I'm going to go back to my sequential queue, and that should work. There we are. And as I'm adding this, we can see how it looks on our gallery view. We just have to select the right property here. So trigger all these properties, and then page content, page cover. There we are. And we can, that looks nice. Where were we? I kind of forgot, so let's go back to default view. Okay, software happy. There we are. Okay. Keep forgetting to add the second link. There we are. Okay. Happy. Let's just add this smile emoji. Okay. Will not forget to add the link. Oh god, what's this? Gotta remove the refs. Goodbye, refs. There we are. Does it still work? Yes, it does. Okay. Alright, don't stop me now. Oh, wow. Well, no. Queen, king. I guess. That should be fine. Okay. Okay. Now, we've got the perfect thing for the soup. Or soup and noodles. There we are. Close that. Okay. We'll also double check how those look after the fact. Drink. There we are. Okay, so now we can just switch to our gallery view and take a look at this. That looks rather nice. Maybe we'd want an even amount of records, but that's okay. And I am going to make them perhaps a little smaller. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's nice. As far as sorting, we can sort by name, or let's sort them by tag, and just like in the order of how I outlined. So remember with Notion, when you sort things by tag, it goes by the order of the tags that you have on in the actual database. So if I move this around, you'll see that it will be sorted now video to film. But I do like the original sorting, so just like that we'll keep it, and we're done with the I really like section. So let's move that here, and there we are. So we have that. Now we have all of this stuff, so pretty much 2 sections left. Let's go ahead and do the Let's Connect one. So as far as, I forgot the Moscow Mule drink link. No, I didn't forget. There we are. Okay. I actually replaced it. So now, finally, here, we have 2 more sections left. So for the Let's Connect, it's just going to be a set of links. I will use callout blocks with corresponding emojis and colors. So let's add a callout here. And we have how many links? You can always, if you want to count them, if you have a lot of lists and you just want to count all of those, you can grab them like this, turn them into a number list, and then you get 5 links. Yay. We might want to add a 6 just for the visual balance of it. So let's actually go ahead and duplicate this, and then duplicate it one more time, and then one more time. So we got our 6 callouts, and then arrange them into columns. It really doesn't matter in what order of operations you do this. Sometimes you feel like arranging more than doing things. So anyway, let's add the text now. Substack, website, or rather optimization. Then we've got YouTube channel. Then we've got Twitter. We got paid consulting, and one more link. Maybe we can instead even keep 4 instead of 6. Yeah, 6 is a lot, so let's just remove optimization because it's rather obvious. I have here, I'm just going to link it to optimization.com. There we are. Okay, so now let's copy these links. Copy. No. Okay. Done. Alright, paste them over here. With callouts, the paste over seems like it doesn't work. So we do have to click this. Command K is the shorthand. I noticed something went wrong. Let me double check what's up. Oh, okay. So I see that the linking went a little wrong, but I will relink this to the YouTube channel. And then with this one, I will open the link panel. And so I use Text Expander, and Text Expander I just save like links or pieces of text that I want to expand. So my Twitter link is a snippet. So I type in my TW and space, well, not space, actually, there it is. So link to page. Anyway, now to style these, let's change them to the corresponding colors. So orange, and then orange text, red, and red background, blue background. You saw how that I did that. Not sure if that was obvious, but when you're in a text field, you can just go slash and then whatever color, so gray background in this case. And let's make it all bold, by the way. Okay. Alright, so that, and then we can see how that looks. Not bad. And then we can also substitute these. So I'm going to go ahead and look up the corresponding images. So Substack. We need a transparent one, which seems like this is transparent. Perhaps, maybe. Nope, not transparent. This is transparent. Okay, this is transparent. Copy image location. Paste it as a link. Then YouTube, I'm going to look up at this thing called World Vector logo. There we are, YouTube icon. Copy image location. And by the way, the Substack is, actually it's fine. And then let's try Twitter. Let's grab that one. And paid consulting, I guess I'll just add a zoom icon, which I already have somewhere. There. Okay, zoom logo. I'm using Alfred. Once again, a reminder for all this looking up. Okay, cool. So now pretty much all of this is done besides the top section. So top section, as far as my introduction, I'd like to make it a quote. So I'm going to change that. Quote. Okay. And so this, now the travel section. So I do travel a lot. And even though it's COVID-19, I have to, in some cases, travel. So what I'm going to do is create this gallery view, or more like a database for myself to track my whereabouts. But what I can also do is actually embed a small gallery view of just one place of where I'm currently at. And so in order to do that, we have to have this database of all the places, past, present, and future, and then create a formula that will be able to determine whether I'm currently in that place based on the dates that I've entered. So let's go ahead and do this right now and add a inline table. Let's call it travel. Yeah, why not? Travel or locations. Move these records over here and then remove that. And then we can create dates. So dates property. Add that in. And there's a couple ways you can go about start and end dates in Notion. With date properties, you can actually add end dates right here. It's just a little bit clunky because you have to press the button and add it, but in our case, it's okay. We can just bite the bullet on that and type everything in 1014, and then go ahead and keep doing that until we're finished with the records. And once you type it in once, all these past records, it does become easier since I'll have to just type in one thing. So with dates, you can format them all kinds of ways. Right now I'm just adding the month and date, but you can say nov 22 dec 5. That's pretty easy. And then this is 1205 to Mar 5. March? Oh, because it's not indexing 2021. So March 5, 2021. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I have all these dates of my travels, and let's just make sure they all make sense in sequential order. So dates. Okay, that all makes sense. So now the formula that determines where am I currently. So I thought about this beforehand, so this is not on the fly, but let's try to create it, and I'll explain how I create it. So as a reminder, I want a checkbox of where I'm currently there. Oh, sorry. I want a checkbox for the place that I'm currently in, so that the people, when they visit my website, they can see at a glance of where I'm at. And it's not necessarily needed or important, but it's fun, and why not? So, great reasoning here. Okay, so let's get at this. So, okay. Thinking in my mind once again how I'm going to do this. So currently so this is going to be an if formula, and we need two conditions for that if formula: the time between today and the start date, and the time between today and the end date. And the first part, if it's in the past, it's going to be negative. And the second part, if it's positive, if it's in the future, it will be positive. So what I need to determine where I'm currently am is for the past to be negative, for the future to be positive. Makes no sense what I just said, but let's actually do it. So date between start of dates property to now, today, is, let's just see what it is. We'll use, in this case, we can use all kinds of formats. It's going to be minutes, days, years, months, whatever. Let's use minutes. And reason it's minutes is because, let's see, I'm doing something wrong. There we are. So, the reason it's minutes is because if we do days, on the day of the travel, it won't be obvious which place to actually highlight. So okay, so we've got this part. So this is the date between the start of the particular travel entry till now. So as you can see, it makes sense that these are negative because the start of the travel was in the past. And I'm not currently in Montana, by the way, if you're wondering, but I'm in Minneapolis, but this is a different order. So now, and then Dubai part is in the future because the start is in the future. So we have that part. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy that into our clipboard just to keep it here. Okay, so now we need the other part of it, which essentially is the same, just we change this to end. And this part is going to be negative, this part is going to be positive, so let's try this formula and say if this first part is smaller or equals to 0, and this part is greater and equals to 0, then true or false. And there we are. So we get that checkbox, and I think I explained it really terribly, so I'm going to try to explain it more elsewhere. But in the meantime, to wrap this up, we're going to add the gallery view, and we do not have pictures for these, so it would be nice to have pictures, but for now I will add them, but for now I'm just going to set this up first. Filter where currently there is checked. Okay, and now I'm going to make this a column and make it smaller. Oh, I guess that's fine. Okay, so that's now there and looks decent. I'm going to then edit this really quickly, open these records, open as image, and remove everything that's not here. So by the way, as far as data structures go, this definitely could be improved with some relations around dates, because I'll probably be back at some point or another to these places, so I'll improve it elsewhere. But let's go ahead and add some images to the cover photo. So cover, change cover, Unsplash, New York. Here we are. That's nice. Actually, you get the point. So let me just add the one to the currently at, or supposed to be at least. Okay. Is that Montana? I don't know. I've never been. Going for the first time, really. Okay, so today's the 22nd. So actually, this is done. Once I switch this here. And oh no, I have to change one more setting. Gallery view properties. I have to just say that you have to use the page cover. There we are. And I believe now, nope, one more thing missing is the properties, the actual dates. And I believe this is done now. Yeah, this is done now, and so it looks a little bit large, because once it renders, it's a little bit different. Primarily, I speak of these plus new buttons that are a little bit annoying. So let's zoom out a little bit and just look at this. It looks pretty nice. By the way, Figma. I really like Figma. Why is Figma not here? Did I not add it? There's a chance that I didn't add it. No, I did add it. So let me just showcase this. The reason it didn't show up, I know why, is because there's this filter. So anyway, we're not gonna get into this, or we can actually, if you insist. Let's just change this like this to a group and say that my familiarity has to be expert, or showcase is checked. And now we get all the other ones, including Figma. Okay, so that is it. Now the last thing what we can do is drag it over to the right place in order for it to render. So what I have here, and let's close all of this. I'm not going to set up a brand new website, I don't think. I mean, actually, why not? Okay, so I use super.so. So super.so, add that. And then add a new site. And we forgot a couple of things, by the way. Add an icon and a cover. It's not required, of course, but it's a good idea. So I'm going to add my Notion portrait. There it is. Okay, and then I always upload this one cover. I'm not really sure why, but it's the Almaty in my hometown, a lake in Almaty. I haven't really thought exactly why I do that. I mean, besides the fact that I'm going to change this to Notion. Okay, is that better? No, that's not better. So I'm just going to keep this like this. There we are. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So two options as far as hosting, using super.so to just create a custom domain. And before we explore that option, let me just quickly show you how I would have added to my regular website. So here's the page right here. I'm going to drag it over to optimization, which is already hosted on Super, and it's going to appear at the very bottom. So I'm just going to put it right here, and I'm going to copy the link and then go to super.so. Instead of set up a new site, optimization, add a pretty URL, the very bottom, add Tamerlan, I guess, that works, save, and cannot have duplicate pages. Why is that? I wonder, because I might have, there it is. Delete that. Or I could have just renamed it, but anyway. I just updated to Tamerlan, so let's see, optimization.com, our site. Let's go all the way down, and refresh that. There we are. That's the site we just made. Click on it, and seems like it works just fine. There's a little bit of spacing issue here, but there we are, final product. Lots of galleries. Oh, this kind of looks off, but that's not the point. The point is that this took 51 minutes. So that's the website that we built, and it looks pretty nice. All the links work. So let's see as far as these links. You can click right here, interact with it. Can click. The reason, by the way, right here. Oh, interesting. So that doesn't click because we're actually on optimization.com. So I don't even have to have that link there. This all should work just fine. Okay, so you see this opens the record in this case, which we might have to change. But yeah, beyond that, it's a decently looking website. What I would do to further optimize this is actually just remove this and remove that and add my Notion portrait. Right here. Okay. Let's see how that looks once we get an update. Okay. That's a little bit better in my opinion. But a lot of people do like page icons and covers. It doesn't render here because I disabled this across the website with a CSS script. So I think at this point it's pretty clear how this works. You can also obviously create a new site. As you can see, we have multiple sites on Super, and you can hook it up with your DNS provider, Namecheap, GoDaddy, whatever it is. It's a really simple process. You just add the CNAME and the A record, and then beyond that you can add analytics, you can add sign up forms, you can add a lot of stuff, but that I would classify all as more in the advanced tools, which we will come up with a video soon. So I think that's it. We have a pretty nice website, and we built it all together. And I'm excited for you to show me what websites you will come up with Notion, and definitely drop them down on the comments or tweet at me at optimization. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.